give credit to Florida State. They've been playing well. They came out and played their game. I thought they wore us down, and I thought once the game got a little bit ahead, I thought we kind of ran out of gas and stopped guarding and defending, and offensively we went on a stall where we couldn't score, and it was really a lot of us depending on Judah. It's very tough to move the ball with them the way they're aggressive and playing over lanes, and we just didn't get good movement in that situation. But they wore us down. The reality is they wore us down. They outplayed us. Once they got the lead, they made shots. I mean, and we picked the worst time to not make anything. Couldn't make free throws, 3-point shots. But the biggest thing is we kind of stopped defending, and then we went on a lull, and they took advantage of it. Questions?
Why do you feel Florida State was able to get downhill on you in that second half?
I thought, like I said, I thought once we had a couple of consecutive empty possessions, I just thought it let it affect our defense. And you may be able to get away with it in a zone, but you can't get away with it, in man-to-man. When you stop playing, and not stop playing, but you start pressing and trying to make some stuff happen. I just thought we kind of got out of character. We stopped guarding, we started reaching, we started gambling, just trying to make some stuff happen, and they took advantage of it.
How much of a problem was Watkins for you guys tonight?
We knew he was he was one of the guys that they go to. I just thought, he did a good job of getting into the lane and, being big and strong and physical. Obviously, he had 27 points, so, 27 points, 11 rebounds. He was a handful for us today, and we didn't do a good job on him.
Shots don't fall. I mean, as a coaching staff, what can you just tell the guys to keep them encouraged and to keep them from putting their head down?
When your shots are not falling, you really try to see if you can, obviously you keep encouraging them, but you try to play some defense. You try to get some steals or rebounds. You try to get some easy ones going to the basket. We couldn't get anything on our offense. This was the worst it was the whole year. We just couldn't get the ball to move. And it was obviously the way Florida State plays. So it was tough. I mean, Judah had the ball a lot, and that wasn't the plan, but it just happened to be that way. We just didn't do a good job offensively. They came in and just took us out of anything that we tried.
What did Florida State do to do that, to take you out of your offense and bog it down?
They played 10, 11 guys. They're aggressive. They stay on top. They make every catch hard. They deny. So you got to move, cut back door. You got to have good spacing. Then you got to drive it and kick it. And again, I don't think we were able to move it to get other people to drive it. The only person that was driving it was Judah. So and that was a lot. That was a lot for him, and we couldn't get the ball with JJ and rhythm. He drove a couple of times as well, but that's what needed to happen when you play against a team like this. They just stay on top of you and make it hard for you to catch and run and be disruptive.
Do you think their length and athleticism disrupted your offense a little bit when you weren't getting those foul calls?
Absolutely. Again, we just didn't play well today. Again, it was credit to what Florida State did. I think if we missed 10 or 11 free throws, 1 for 14 from 3. We just couldn't keep it close. And in Miami, the last game we played, we kind of kept it close when we made that run, but we just couldn't muster up to get it close. And obviously they play a lot of guys, so they were bringing in guys that were fresh off the bench, and they play well. They play well.
When you're not moving the ball as much as you want to, what's the message in the huddle to try to get the guys involved in offense?
I mean, you keep encouraging them. You try to put some stuff in to try to get the ball to move. But you just got to keep encouraging. You got to get body movement. You got to start to cut. You got to dribble at people. You try to move around. But again, we knew this was going to be a difficult game. That's what they do. That's why they're playing some of the best basketball in our league right now. So it was just we thought we could do a little bit better job, but we just didn't get it done today.
How much of that running out of gas that you referred to goes back to the matchup on Saturday against Miami?
No, I think it's the matchup that we played today. That's, again, Florida State, they play 10, 11 guys, and they all are strong, physical. They get after you. They make every bounce count. They're going to make you put the ball on the floor. They're going to make you, they just make you work.
What went into just Florida State scoring 50 points?
points from inside the paint.
I mean, I thought they had it. You know, they drove it. You know, a lot of that was Watkins. He got into the lane, turned his hips. Miller got a couple of easy ones. You know, then, you know, Primo, he broke the paint. You know, once the league once the league got extended, I felt like we just kind of, we ran out of gas.
Adrian, you talked about the fact that, you know, movement on this team, needing to see more of that. JJ was trying to get inside, Judy was trying to get inside. We didn't see a lot of screens set and guys helping each other out. Just what you can say offensively about working to, when you don't have the ball, guys finding those shots and creating those opportunities.
Yeah, a lot of it has to, like today's game, just to answer the question, you know, when you set a screen, they switch. So you don't really get an advantage, you know. So you got to try to, you know, do it by moving and cutting. That's the first game where, you know, people switch. You still can kind of run your stuff, but they aggressively switch. So, you know, we just got, we're supposed to get some more movement, cutting and stuff like that, but just didn't work out tonight, man.
Three-point shooting has been so good at Pittsburgh and on Saturday against Miami. Were the threes today the same kind of quality shots that you've been getting?
I thought early on we got some good ones. I thought Chris got a couple of good looks on some drive and kicks. You know, we just didn't make them. I thought, you know, Chris got a couple. I thought JJ probably out of his 5, 2 or 3 of them were good looks. But, you know, I thought we got some decent ones, but, again, we shot 14. I think that might have been the fewest attempts all year for us. You know, I'm not sure, but it was a low amount. But, you know, that's, again, goes back to what their defense did.
It's just 80 seconds in the first half for Quade. Was that all about just the 2 fouls, or was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, 2 fouls. You know, the way he plays, you know, I want him to be aggressive, so I didn't want him to pick up that third one in the second half. I thought, you know, when we got if I can get him to the second half, and again, the score was, you know, we were up 1 going into the second half, so I felt good about that. And then, you know, but typically the way he plays, you know, he gets 2 fouls. I'm probably going to pull him out, especially in the first half.
Coach, you're up 50-48, and when you put in 4 guard rotation, by the time Chris Bell came back in, the score was 65-60 Florida State. Most of those baskets were coming inside. What was the decision process behind that?
Decision process for what?
Putting in a 4-man, 4-guard rotation against such a tall lineup like Florida State.
I don't think their lineup was that tall when I went in. I thought, you know, the matchups, I thought they went with more of their perimeter guys, and we were trying to get some stops. You know, I know that the way they were scoring, you know, I was just trying to see if I can get a group out there to get some stops. So again, probably when I put Kyle in, you know, he did a really good job the first half. He was aggressive, getting up some screens and standing some people up, and then he actually got out in transition and made some stuff happen. So, you know, I just, you know, at that time, you know, I was trying to get some stops. I was trying to see if we can get some space and get some guys that can drive it a little bit, and then, you know, get some stops defensively.
Coach, what did you say to them in the locker room after it was all said and done in terms of moving forward and moving on and looking ahead to Saturday?
Well, you know, we got a quick turnaround. I mean, you know, we play Saturday. Like every team in this league, these games go fast. Obviously, we'll do what we normally do. We'll wrap it up. You know, we'll look at some stuff, but I think for the most part, we got to move on to the next one. You know, we got to get better. We know we got to get better, and we'll work on some things, but we got to get ready for the next one. We got a game on Saturday, then we got another game on Tuesday. So, you know, we just got to get ready for the next one. Thank you. Thank you.